Hey, and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo. In today's video, we're gonna be reacting to a video by Ryan Shirley, and the video is entitled "Top 10 Places to Visit in the Beautiful Norway." I've been living in Norway for a while now, but I'm only in Bergen and Oslo, So I really want to see this video. Maybe I could try to explore more, to go to more places now. But with no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I spent the last few summers exploring the beautiful country of Norway.
Damn, man, take a moment and appreciate this country. It's like really, really so pretty. I'm not an outdoor person, to be honest with you. Like, I don't like going outside so much, but this is really so nice.
And I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my Norway
Wow.
top 10. Norway has to be one of my all-time
Look at this picture, man.
favorite countries, from the jaw-dropping fjords of western Norway to the sea mountains of Lofoten. Norway offers some of the world's most unique and diverse landscapes. I just can't get enough of this country. Alright, let's start this video off on the magical island of Senja. Now, Senja is located in northern Norway above the Arctic Circle,
Wow.
and it's Norway's second largest island. Senja may be one of the best places in the world to witness the aurora borealis. To get there, I flew into Tromsø and rented a car and made the 3-hour drive. The reason I wanted to go to Senja was because I wanted to hike to Segla. Anyways, I drove to this town called Fjordard.
Wow, this is really pretty. Like, I haven't heard about this place called Senja before, or Segla, but I feel like I should do more exploring in Norway.
And I got to the base of the hike. It was a surprisingly difficult hike, but eventually I made it to the top, and I was just baffled by the view. The rock formation rose hundreds of meters out of the ocean. It was just like nothing I've ever seen before. Now, I was just having an amazing time, and I decided I wanted to spend the night on top of the mountain so I could see the northern lights. All I had was a blanket, and I used my camera bag as a pillar, so I found this little mossy cliff ledge, and I set up camp there and waited for the northern lights.
Man, like, this dude is crazy. You saw that? You saw the cliff right now? That's really so high. Wow.
To show up. Around 11 p.m. I woke up to the aurora borealis above my head. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They moved surprisingly fast, like snakes in the Arctic sky. And seeing those lights made me feel like a kid again, and it will forever be one of the most special nights of my life. Some nights you don't need to fall asleep to start dreaming. There are also other amazing places on the island of Senja. There's this place called Tunganeset. It offers an incredible view of the sea mountains across the fjord. Alright, so after Senja, we're gonna head down south to the iconic Lofoten Islands. Like Senja, Lofoten is
Like Lofoten Island, it look like the Caribbean in the North Pole. Like literally, it's like the Caribbean North Pole.
located in northern Norway, and even though it's in the Arctic Circle, it feels like you're on a tropical island there. I was lucky enough to go there about 2 summers ago, and I had an incredible journey road tripping through Lofoten. Our first pit stop was at this fishing village called Henningsvær to see the world's most scenic football field. When we got there, we sadly didn't have a soccer ball, but we had a good time playing on the field and enjoying the incredible views of Henningsvær. We kept on driving and made it to the iconic town of Rain. Now, when you think of Norway, this is it. It has those red houses surrounded by massive sea mountains. In my opinion, I'd have to say that Rain is the most beautiful town in Lofoten.
Man, like this is crazy. I feel like I have to go to Lofoten. Like, I feel like it look really so pretty. But like the people, like the dialect of Norwegian speak up north. I feel like I don't really understand it properly.
When I was planning my road trip to Norway, I remember seeing pictures of this place and I just couldn't believe it existed. Now, if you want to do an amazing hike, I'd recommend hiking to Kvalvika Beach. Now, it's about a 4-kilometer trek, and I promise it's worth it. When you get to the beach, you're going to be amazed by the landscape. It has mountains that reminded me of Switzerland, ocean that looks like the Caribbean, and it's as green as a tropical island. I just can't believe places like this exist, especially in the Arctic Circle. When we were there, we really wanted to get a good vantage point for the sunset, so we hiked up to this vantage point, and I just got one of my all-time favorite shots. I mean, I just couldn't believe those colors, from the orange mountain to the green slope to the crystal blue sea. I can't think of a better
Man, I have to get credit to this guy. Like, the videography, it is really so good. Man, but these places, I feel like even though it look like this on the video, but I feel like the video is not even doing it justice, and I feel like it will look way more better in person. I have to go to Lofoten.
Place to watch the midnight sun. After Lofoten, we're gonna head to Saltstrumen to witness one of the world's largest whirlpools. So over 110 billion gallons of water pass through this 3 kilometer strait every 6 hours, making for one of the strongest currents in the world. Now water speeds can reach over 37 kilometers. One of the coolest
37 kilometers. Wow, that's a lot.
features of Saltstrumen is the whirlpools that the changing tides make. Now, while they aren't the whirlpools you'd imagine in movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, these whirlpools can get over 33 feet in diameter with a depth of over 16 feet. You can take a boat ride through the current, or you can witness the whirlpools from the bridge above. As for me, I'm going to stay as far away from that water as possible. After the whirlpools,
If I'm there, I'm gonna do the same thing. Jamila, babe, we have to go to Lofoten.
to one of Norway's most famous routes, the Atlantic Ocean Road.
Oh my God.
This 8.3 kilometer road runs across an archipelago of islands as it connects the islands of Averroy to the Romsdal Peninsula. The Atlantic Ocean Road was completed in 1989 and cost
I have to go back
122
a little
million.
bit.
One of Norway's most famous routes, the in diameter with a depth of over 16 feet. You can take a boat ride through the current, or you can witness the whirlpools from the bridge above. As for me, I'm going to stay as far away from that water as possible. After the whirlpools, we're going to take a drive to one of Norway's most famous routes, the Atlantic Ocean Road. This 8.3 kilometer road runs across an archipelago of islands as it connects the islands of Averroy to the Romsdal Peninsula.
I really want to drive on this road, but I'm a bit afraid because sometimes I think if you're going there doing like the high tides, like the water from the ocean literally come on the road while you're driving, like the waves, it coming like boom on the cars. So like I really want to drive there, but I'm really so afraid also.
The Atlantic Ocean Road was completed in 1989 and cost 122 million Norwegian krone to make. It's made up of 8 bridges and
It costs just 122 Norwegian krona to make. That must be like so long ago.
4 resting places. The route is an impressive feat of engineering and it won the Norwegian Construction of the Century Award. So if you decide to go on a Norway road trip, you have to take a drive on the Atlantic Ocean Road. While we're still on the topic of roads, if you drive just 2 hours south, you'll reach another one of Norway's most famous routes, Trostigen. Now Trostigen,
This I must say, this guy is like in probably come to know more often because his pronunciation is not so bad. His pronunciation is not so bad. Like Trostigen, like that's how you should say it properly. But like yeah, still his pronunciation is his pronunciation is not still bad.
or the Troll's Path, is a serpentine road that makes over 11 hairpin turns.
I've been to this one actually. Okay, actually I wasn't on the road, but I drove like adjacent the road.
As it descends on a 10% decline to the valley below. Trostigen has 2 powerful waterfalls that pass through the road. The Stigfossen waterfall has a total height of 240 meters. I mean, that's just freaking huge. Another really cool place in the area is Trollvängen, or the Troll's Wall.
Troll vegan. This like I have this really bad habit, like I love to like laugh at people when they mispronounce things, but I don't mean it in a bad way, but it just sounds funny to me. Like troll vegan, I think that's what he said.
It's Europe's tallest vertical overhanging rock face at about 3,600 feet high. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Alright, after Trollstigen,
Look at these places, man. It looked like somebody just sat and painted it.
you can make the 2-hour drive south to visit the Geiranger Fjord. Now, Geiranger Fjord is one of Norway's most popular destinations. The fjord is over 260 meters deep and is surrounded by massive mountains that are over 1,600 meters high. There are many viewpoints to get the best perspective of the fjord. One of the most spectacular features of Geiranger Fjord is the Seven Sisters waterfall. The waterfall consists of 7 separate streams that descend 410 meters to the water below. The best way to see the fjord is by boat. You can take a cruise ship or a 1-hour ferry of Geiranger to Helisilt for about $35. This is by
Unpopular opinion, I feel like these places they are like so pretty. So like I feel like they shouldn't even put boats in them, like if people don't need them to go and fish and stuff like that. I feel like they should just leave it, when tourists come, let them just look at it and then like they go by their business. I feel like this is like so nice for you to like even put things in it. I feel like it's like when you have like a brand new car, and then you don't want people to get in the car before they mess up the car. That's how this feel like to me. I feel like it's so pretty, so I don't want people come here and go and like mess the place up first. But this is so nice.
By far the best way to witness the waterfalls and majesty of the fjord. Another amazing nearby destination is Lovatnet. The lake is about a 2-hour drive from Geiranger. Now Lovatnet is home to some of the most beautiful lake water. It has a unique turquoise hue with incredible
I'm really sleepy on Norway. I'm really, really sleepy on Norway. I feel like I have to explore Norway more.
backdrop of the mountains. While Lovatnet is stunningly beautiful, the area has had its fair share of tragedies over the last few centuries. In 1905, a massive rock from the Rumnefjell mountain came loose and fell 500 meters where it hit the water, and it caused a 40-meter tidal wave that wiped out a small village completely off the map and killed many others.
Oh my god. I feel like they have a movie on this thing. I don't really remember it. I don't remember the name, but I feel like they have a movie on the story. It's actually a really good one.
Despite the tragic history, Lovatnet is a place you gotta visit. It's hard to beat the beauty of this Norwegian lake. After Lovatnet, we're going to head to the iconic Trolltunga. Now Trolltunga is possibly the most famous rock formation in Norway, as it shoots over 2,000 feet from the lake below. Trolltunga is definitely one of the hardest hikes you'll ever do. It's a 28-kilometer round-trip trek that takes anywhere from
Oh my god, 28 kilometers. Oh my. Isn't that like a flying option? 28 kilometers. That's a lot though. That's longer.
8 to 12 hours to do, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time.
12 oh 12 hours to go and hike to go up. That's
You can
too much.
start the hike at the main trailhead and hike in 14 kilometers in to reach the famous Trolltunga rock. If you go between June 1st and September 30th, you don't need a tour guide, but if you go in the winter months, you definitely need one because it is a little sketch. While it is a strenuous hike, it offers some of the best views in Norway. After Trolltunga, we're gonna head over to Liseboten to drive down Norway's craziest road. Now, Liseboten is a small village that's about a 6-hour drive from Oslo. Now, what I think is so scenic about Liseboten is the road that leads down to it. It consists of 27 hairpin turns that descend down the fjord to the village below. When you're at the bottom, you're going to be amazed by the surrounding walls of the fjord. If you're down for a hike, you can trek 12 kilometers to Geiranger, which is famous for its rock wedge between the cliff walls.
Oh my god, like those hikes, 12 kilometers? That is doable actually, but like the one up to 28 kilometers, I don't know about that.
Looks a little sketch to me, but hey, I'd send it. After Liseboten, we're gonna head over to the nearby Pulpit Rock. Located in the same fjord as Liseboten, Pulpit Rock is a famous flat-top cliff with a straight drop of over 600 meters. To get there, you can park in the base camp and make the 6-kilometer hike. The rock can be super packed, so if you want to avoid the crowds, you can wake up super early and get to Pulpit Rock before everybody else. I just can't think of a better place to watch the sunrise. I just can't believe how big the cliff walls are. I mean, it just goes straight down to the fjord below. I mean, just such a stunning and unique.
Okay, I know these places they are like pretty, but like I don't feel like I want to go so high up like that, and then I'm like on a cliff of a rock, that is like thousands of meters in the air. I don't know if I want to do that.
Place. Alright, to finish this video, we're gonna head back to the Arctic Circle to one of the world's northernmost inhabited areas, Svalbard. Now, Svalbard is located right between the North Pole and Norway.
I feel like everybody forget about this place, like people doesn't remember to like go there. I literally don't even think about it. Like it's like so far away.
The capital of Svalbard is this town called Longyearbyen, which has a population of a whopping 2,000 people. What's cool about Svalbard is that it's a visa-free zone, so basically anyone can move and work there. The archipelago is also home to the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, where thousands of the world's seeds are kept in case of a global catastrophe. The biggest danger on Svalbard is the Arctic cold and polar bears. In some places, you're required to bring a gun to protect yourselves against them. One of the most interesting places on Svalbard is the Russian settlement of Barentsburg. Barentsburg started as a Dutch mining mining town in the 1920s, but was sold to the Soviet Union in 1932. Now the settlement has a population of over 400 people, mainly from Russia and Ukraine. I hear it reminds people of North Korea because it's just such a strange and unique place. Well, that is it for my Norway top 10.
Like this video is like really amazing, but I feel like it really make me want to like explore Norway more. I'm just in the western part of the country or the eastern part of the country. I don't really go out to other places that often, but I have to go to Lofoten. That is like one of the prettier places I've seen. It's like the combination of the Caribbean with like the Arctic Circle, in one together. That is so amazing. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you do, remember to like the video, comment down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.